Hi everyone, Teacher Laura here, and I have been with VIPKID for about 1 month now. So I finally had some time to make a YouTube video because I know that when I was in the process of interviewing and in the first few weeks of teaching, I was on YouTube a lot looking at videos that others had posted, and I was also reading some blogs on the internet. So I decided that now that I'm a month in and finally in the swing of things, I would do a video with what I think were some of the, my top 10 tips that I either figured out on my own or from watching YouTube videos or from reading blogs online. So I wrote these down. They are in no particular order, so it's not like saving the best for last. But these are things that I think are really important, and I'll try to go through these kind of quickly because I know, like everyone, you are, pressed for time. So the first great tip I got was to go into all your classrooms for the day in the morning, first thing, and go to the upload and upload the PowerPoints. That way, especially if you have back-to-back classes, you don't have to go into the classroom and then upload the PowerPoint, right before your class starts. So if you go in and upload all the PowerPoints first thing in the morning, then all you'll have to do is just go and enter the classroom and the PowerPoint will be ready to go. Another one that I learned on my own is that most of the unit assessments, especially the level 2 and 3s, and some of the 4s, they go pretty quickly. So if you don't want to be left with like 8 to 10 minutes of extra time at the end, I have found to definitely extend on all the slides. So starting in the beginning, I ask extended questions. A lot of times I'll have them do the opposite of what they were just supposed to do. So for example, if the instructions have, I'm trying to think, have them, I don't know, reading a sight word. If you circle it and they have to read it, then to extend, once I give them the score, I will circle it, or I'll say it and have them circle it. So kind of they're doing 2 activities per slide. They're just doing, whatever the instructions say, and then I just flip it and do the opposite. And that seems to work. I've not had to kind of stall at the very end yet. I've been getting the unit assessments in the 25 minutes. For props, so the day before, I have a little notebook and I write down all the props I'm going to need for each class for the next day, and then the night, so the night before, I get up all my props and I just line them up so that when I wake up in the morning, I really wake up just a half hour before my first class to make sure the computer's working and that I check the camera and headphones and everything, get dressed, do my hair, put a little makeup on, but my props are all ready, laid out. So I always do my props the night before. Again, it's just little simple things, but they save a lot of time. Another one, when doing the booking, so when figuring out your schedule, I think my first 2 weeks, I might have only had like 2 classes a week, and they might have both been trials, and the trials are given to you by VIPKID. So really, I had no parents booking me, I think, the first 2 weeks. I also didn't have any 5-star ratings. So I think that's, why the bookings weren't coming in. But I opened a lot of slots because I just wanted, to be booked. Eventually you will get booked a lot. So just be careful if you're opening, a full 6-hour, time, because someday all of a sudden you might get booked for all of those. And back-to-backs, while they're not difficult to do, they can get very exhausting if you have a lot. So for me personally, I found that 3 back-to-backs is comfortable for me. I've done 4, I've done 5, but 3, I like to do 2 or 3 classes in a row and then give myself a half-hour break. I also realized once I started, so I am an ESL teacher for a public school in Pennsylvania, and I love my job and I love teaching ESL. So when I found out about VIPKID and did more research, I was so excited that not only would I now get to teach English to children Monday to Friday during the day, but on Saturdays and Sundays, and in the summer and during holiday breaks, and in the evenings. However, I found out that because I live on the East Coast, I don't really have the opportunity to teach in the evenings during the week because China's 12 hours ahead of us. So I was thinking, oh, I can teach, maybe 6 to 8 in the evening because I go to bed at 9. That's just what I do. I'm an old lady inside. I watch Jeopardy every night too. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I can do, 6 to 8 in the evenings, but that's 6 in the morning to 8 in the morning in China. So they're either sleeping or they're getting ready for school. So my bookings, I can teach up to 9 in the morning, but then I can't start again till 9 at night. And I did some of those, but now that I get fully booked, I don't do any 9 p.m. or later anymore because, again, my bedtime is 9 p.m. Another thing that I've done, because they don't take taxes out, when I get paid, I automatically figure out what 30% of that is and I transfer it into my savings account. That way, it's not like I'm seeing it, I won't want to spend it, and when taxes roll around, I will have the money because you do have to claim it since you're an independent contractor. So I've heard anywhere from 20 to 30% people are putting aside, and I'm definitely just doing 30% to make sure. A great tip that I got is I was printing a ton of pictures, and I didn't want to spend money on a laminator. Plus, I've never even used a laminator. And as a teacher, I know you're like, what? Yeah, they scare me. I don't know how to use one. But a tip I got was to go to Staples or Walmart, buy contact paper. So it's just like very sticky, paper that you peel off. You put your pictures down, you put another piece on top, push it down, get the bubbles out, kind of like those things you put on the wall, like with a credit card, you get the bubbles out, and then cut them out. And I did that. Cheaper than a laminator. It takes a little bit of time. And they look great, and now they're gonna hold up. So contact paper, if you're scared of laminators like I am. Also, I organize my props by their topic, like by the subject area, not by the level, because I don't remember what every level and lesson number is. So I have one of those shoe hangers that you can put in a closet, and each slot is different. So I have a vegetable slot, a fruit slot, people, an animal, a transportation. So I order them by that. So the night before when I'm getting my props out, I look and I'm like, oh, okay, I need an apple, I need the Meg and Mike characters, and I need a dog. So I go to fruit, the people, and the animals. And it's just easier to find them. But that's just me. Okay, another one. You'll hear about this, this booking frenzy it's their Monday at noon, so it's our Sunday at midnight. And that's when the next week opens up for parents. So they get on and they book all the classes for their students. That is true, because when I wake up on Monday morning, I look at the following week and it's booked. I'm like, oh, it's like magic while you're sleeping. You're just getting business. The one tip that I heard a lot about, and I'm sure you've heard about it too, is they say before that Sunday, at midnight time, which for me, I get it done by 8 o'clock at night, because again, I go to bed at 9. For the following week, the slots that you still have open, go into your bookings, unlock, cancel them all, and then, wait a second or two, and then select them again, so that the parents following you will get notified, or I don't know, maybe other parents can see it too, that you opened up all these slots for the next week. So it kind of might bump you up higher. So I've been doing that. I don't know if that's what's been helping, but when I wake up on Monday mornings, I'm fully booked for the following week. So the next one, the feedback. Okay, so the feedback, I don't write very much because I know that the parents are super busy. They probably just want to know the bare minimum. How did the student do? What did they learn? Anything they need to work on? Boom. So for the parent feedback, mine usually goes like, so-and-so did a great job today! Exclamation point. They learned the words, blah, blah, blah. We read a story about blah, blah, blah. They answered the questions correctly. they practice their sight words and words with the air sound, or, tell them everything they did. And if there's something that they do need to work on, I usually phrase it as, so-and-so can continue to practice, blah, 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 or should continue to practice, blah, blah, blah. And then my last lines are always the same. I always say, I'm very proud of so-and-so today. I hope to see them again soon. And then please give me a 5-apple rating if so-and-so liked my class today. Thank you. And then I do a little smiley face. So the parents know what was going on, how the student did, and then I say that, I'm proud of them and that I really hope to see them again, and to give me a 5-apple rating if they liked my class. And it seems like it's going fine. I've been getting a lot of 5-apple reviews. And going back to when I said I had like 2 bookings the first 2 weeks, once I got my first 5-apple review, ever since then, I've been fully booked. Any slot I open will be booked. So be patient. I really think parents are just waiting for you to get 1 rating so they can see like, okay, not this teacher, or hey, this teacher got a 5-apple rating, can't be that bad, so let's go for them. So yeah, and since I had my first one, I've been fully booked. I get a lot of regulars now too, which is really nice. Okay, oh, and the last one that I have, is just to have fun, because this is kind of the students' fun time. A lot of them are in school all the time. Right now it's summer, and today was a Sunday, and I had a girl who was in English class earlier today. So they do work really hard. So this is kind of their fun English class. So do make it fun. Use the props and rewards you have. I might make another video at some point kind of showing the rewards and props that I use. But be fun, use the TPR, don't just say, this word is swimming, tell them swimming, but, swim with them when you're teaching them swimming. Just do stuff to get them moving too, especially because most of the students kind of like that dinner time and after, right before bed, is when they take VIPKID classes. So a lot of them are just getting very tired from their day. So if you can get them moving and excited, that's great. But on the other hand, I have found that at least based on the feedback that I've gotten from parents, they appreciate their students being corrected right away, and really making their students work. Like, definitely have fun, but make sure the students are learning the content, correct them, not in a mean way, but if they say a word wrong, just say, good job, but, and then just really enunciate it, and then they'll remember. And these kids are so smart, and they do remember. I usually will correct them once, and then when they're reading it again, they've got it. So have fun, but again, make sure that they are learning and that you're correcting them. So I hope this helped. I'm gonna hope to do some more videos in the future. I'm actually gonna be going to the beach next week for about 10 days. So this is my first time traveling while teaching VIPKID, so I'd like to make a video when I'm down there, maybe halfway through my trip, to let you know exactly what all did I take and how it's going, teaching from a condo. So I hope to do that for you. And again, leave comments, let me know if you have any questions. I'm only a month in, so I'm pretty much a newbie too, but I just wanted to give some of the top tips that I found on my hours of research online to maybe make it, a little easier for you. So thank you, and I hope that either you decide to definitely apply for VIPKID, or that you stick with it even though you might not have a lot of bookings at first, because trust me, I did not either. Or I hope that everything is going great and that you continue to enjoy teaching for VIPKID, because I know that I absolutely love it. So thanks.